Very good evening to all our viewers. Thanks for joining us here on the Urban Debate. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. Clearly, the narrative around the Aryan Khan case is getting murkier by the day, with Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik upping the ante once again, and this time going to the extent of claiming that the Mumbai cruise drugs bust case was masterminded by a BJP leader by the name Mohit Kamboj in order to target Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan, and also alleging that Sameer Wankhede and NCB was used for the purpose to execute this plot. The motive, according to the minister, was to extort money through what he calls kidnapping and ransom. We'll play out that statement for our viewers, but remember what he's clearly implying at this point is that the drugs bust was quote-unquote a trap to falsely implicate Aryan Khan, and the provocation for these new claims, viewers, have come from a statement issued to Vijay Pagare, a witness to the Mumbai police who claims that he was privy to the conspiracy that was hatched on the 27th of September to trap Aryan Khan. Remember, the raids happened on the 2nd of October. Vijay Pagare claims that the entire plan was actually in the making from 27 September onwards. Interestingly, BJP leader Mohit Kamboj, whom Nawab Malik calls the mastermind, also uses the same statement of Vijay Pagare to accuse Nawab Malik, saying that Pagare's statement to the Mumbai police exposes Sunil Patil, known to be an NCP worker. So it is against this backdrop that we are going to have a discussion today to understand where is this heading. Clearly setting the cat among the pigeons now is this new character in the plot by the name Vijay Pagare. Without much ado, let's quickly play out that clip. My colleague Arunil spoke to him. Let's understand why he has come to this conclusion that this was a plot.
सेल्फी की वजह से मतलब ये रेड की बात है, बात के टाइम की बात है।
हाँ, बराबर। तो सुनो ना, ये फिर मैं एनसीबी ऑफिस हम वहाँ ग्राउंड में गए, वहाँ नीचे वो गली में, तो गाड़ी में भानुशाली बैठ देखा सारा ये क्या है, इतना मीडिया यहाँ पे क्यों है, इतना जबरदस्त मीडिया क्यों है। तो मैं नीचे उतर के देखने गया, तो वहाँ पूछा कि ये मैटर क्या है भाई, आजू बाजू आदमी सब पूछता है क्या है ऐसा। तो एक मेरे को पूछा कि शाहरुख जी का लड़का को अटक हुआ है ड्रग्स में, तो मेरे को तुरंत करने लगा कि ये जो बात कर रहा था भानुशाली, यही बात कर रहा था। फिर उतने में भानुशाली ने मेरे को बुलाया, बहु इधर आओ, बहु नाना, मेरे को नाना बोलते, नाना इधर आओ, बहु का फोन आया है, बहु का मतलब सुनील पाटिल का। हाँ, मैंने फोन लिया, उसके फोन पे फोन आया था, मैंने फोन लिया, वो मेरे को सुनील पाटिल बहुत चिल्ला के बोला, वहाँ क्यों गया तू, तेरे पैसे से मतलब रख, वहाँ क्यों गया। मतलब हमारी
हमारा इंटीरियर बात है, तुम क्यों बीच में घुस रहे हो ऐसा, मतलब तुम्हें
नहीं बीच में घुस रहे मतलब नहीं, तो हाँ पैसे मतलब तू उनके साथ क्यों गया। और मैंने उसको बोला चिल्ला, मैं भी बोला मेरे को थोड़ी क्या लेना देना है, मेरे को ये लेके आया भानुशाली, मनीष भानुशाली, नाना तेरे पैसे वहाँ मिलने वाले, इस मेरे को लेके आया, मेरे को क्या लेना देना बनता।
क्या बात करता था एग्जैक्टली,
यही इसको पकड़ाया, ऐसा डील हुआ, वैसा डील कैंसिल हुआ, इनकी शिल्पी की वजह से सब सत्यानाश हो गया, नुकसान हो गया, 18 हजार मिलने वाले थे, 18 में इधर उधर बाकी जाने वाला था, बाकी हमको मिलने वाला था। ये
बाकी जाने वाला था मतलब किसको जाने वाला था,
अधिकारी लोगों को बोल रहा था।
अधिकारी मतलब कौन, एनसीबी के अधिकारी।
वो जो नाम तो मैंने खाली आते वक्त 2 बार सुना था, पर वो इसको अधिकारी कौन से अधिकारी जाने को था उनको ही पता सर।
ये पूरा मामला किडनैपिंग का और रैंसम का है। मोहित कंबोज के साले की जरिए ट्रैप लगाई गई, वहां आर्यन खान को पहुंचाया गया और किडनैप करके 25 करोड़ की फिरौती मांगने का खेल शुरू हुआ। डील 18 करोड़ में हो गई, 50 लाख रुपए उठाए गए, लेकिन एक सेल्फी ने पूरा खेल बिगाड़ दिया, ये सच्चाई है। जो किडनैपिंग का मास्टरमाइंड है वो मोहित कंबोज है। उगाई के खेल में मोहित कंबोज ये वानखेड़े का साथी है।
रखी 1 महीने से, और जो खुलासे मैंने कल किए, आज उन्होंने सब बात को, मेरी बातों को एक्सेप्ट कर लिया। आज महाराष्ट्र में और देश की जनता ने सच्चाई सुनी। पिछले कुछ दिनों से उन्होंने एक दाढ़ी वाले का जिक्र किया था और मैंने बहुत इसके ऊपर किया था कि दाढ़ी वाला कौन है, किस मंत्री से दाढ़ी वाले के रिश्ते हैं, क्रूज की परमिशन से लेकर पार्टी से लेकर क्रूज की पार्टी से लेकर ऐसा दाढ़ी वाला कौन है। तो उन्होंने खुद ही महाराष्ट्र के एक कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर असलम शेख जी का नाम वो दाढ़ी वाले के साथ खोलकर खुलासा देश के आगे किया।
Well, let me introduce our guests this evening. Aarti Sathe, lawyer and spokesperson from Maharashtra and from Maharashtra BJP joining us. Also, Sujata Paul, political analyst. S. Balakrishnan, senior journalist, joining us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Urban Debate. My first question to you, Aarti. Now, to substantiate his claims, Mr. Nawab Malik has also said that Aryan Khan never bought the tickets to this cruise liner. He went on an invitation. And he's using that to say that this exposes the conspiracy. He also, of course, uses the statement of, like I said, witness Vijay Pagare to the Mumbai cops that says that Samir Wankhede and his associates were planning these raids way back from 27th of September solely with the intention of targeting Aryan Khan. Your response, ma'am?
I would like to state primarily one thing, that Mr. Malik has been making several allegations and several serious allegations against Mr. Wankhede and several leaders, and now, of course, against certain BJP leaders. What I really don't understand is that if there is enough evidence and if there is enough proof that he has, then there is nothing which is really being put out on an affidavit. There is nothing which is really being, any concrete evidence is being used to make these wild allegations. And let me tell you, we are not going to give a character certificate to Mr. Wankhede or anything because, these matters, as I have consistently said in my debate, a matter where the NCB is an independent body and undertaking the process of really investigating a drug bust. I don't think as political parties, we need to really do any mudslinging as far as the independent functioning of any officer is concerned. And unfortunately, it has come to such a state where this mudslinging is happening and Mr. Malik is making statements. I don't know whether they are substantiated or unsubstantiated. At this point of time, all I can say that they seem to be rather unsubstantiated statements because nothing is being put out on affidavit. Only threats are being given out to say that I will go to court, I will, expose a bigger bomb. So every day a new threat, but no substantial evidence to back it up. So I think one should really take all these allegations with a pinch of salt. And once again, what really we should really focus on is that the drug bust, which the NCB, or even now since the SIT has been formulated, and where again NCB is helping them, Mr. Wankhede has really not been put out of the case. I think we should really focus on exposing that racket rather than making baseless allegations is really what I have to say.
Yes, the reason why this is taken up by a channel like us is simply because it is falling into the narrative. And you rightly pointed out, if you look at the sequence, it appears to a certain extent convincing that there is something amiss with the way the NCB was functioning. There were no drugs found on Aryan Khan. He was kept in jail for over 20 days. Following that, the court, of course, gave him bail. Then the NCB itself was forced to initiate an inquiry against the very same officer who was leading this probe. That is what is forcing us to question whether what the minister is saying now is fitting into this narrative. Sujata Paul, where do you stand on this? Because the other narrative that is being floated is by the BJP again, where interestingly, using the same person's statement to the Mumbai police, who is actually looking into the extortion case, to say, again, the same mudslinging. But my question is, where is this headed? This has become some sort of a lone battle for Mr. Nawab Malik. No one else seems to be supporting him from the Maha Aghadi. In fact, even in today's show, NCP declined to represent the NCP's point of view.
That maybe it's some personal vendetta, maybe a personal vendetta. That's what.
Yes, let Sujata respond.
Sure. Yeah.
Can you please unmute yourself, ma'am? We can't hear you.
I'm unmuted.
Yes, now I can hear you. Correct. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. All right. So what I'm saying is that it is really amusing that the Bharatiya Janata Party is now saying that there are nobody to give character certificates to Samir Wankhede when they have been doing exactly that. If there has been something wrong with the way NCB has been functioning, and drugs is a very, very serious and sensitive matter, if it has been found somewhere, take action. You should. But if it hasn't been found, if there are, things which are pointing to a huge conspiracy in this particular matter, for example, I think the BJP needs to take a back seat, and they should also explain, about the allegations which have been made on Mohit Kamboj. What they're saying is that Mr. Mohit Kamboj appears and he says that Mr. Nawab Malik was pointing at, at a leader from his party. But I don't think that is really going to hold any water. The point is that if something wrong has happened, and after Gosavi's pictures came up, it became clear that things were really not right with the NCB. NCB is not functioning under the Maha Vikas Aghadi government. If it's a central agency, you have to question the BJP because the BJP is there at the center. If things are wrong,
No, we are questioning both sides, ma'am. And let me remind you that even in this case, let's understand that NCP and its leader, Mr. Nawab Malik, cannot behave holier than thou. I mean, look at the sequence, the way things are playing out. You have a witness which is actually supposed to be kept confidential, by the way. Witnesses come out and leak audio clips and video clips to the media very conveniently at the opportune moment. And then the minister comes out and holds a press conference. Don't you think this is too convenient, the way everything is playing out? For Mr. Nawab Malik, first Prabhakar Sahil, now this gentleman, Mr. Vijay Pagare.
Afrida, we must not forget that the Shiv Sena understands BJP like nobody's business because they've been together for a very long time. And the manner in which chats are leaked, WhatsApp chats have been leaked in the past cases also. Do you remember what happened to Riya Chakravarti? I mean, you're not supposed to be destroying people's lives. For heaven's sake, if there are allegations being made in this manner, and we are seeing this happening since last year and ever since the government, which was sworn in at, in the middle of the night, is what I would say, though they were sworn in early morning. The BJP seems to be very troubled, and it seems that they have not taken that very lightly, and they're constantly...
No, you didn't answer my question, Sujata Paul. I was asking you that look at the pattern, the way things are playing out. One Prabhakar Sahil turns hostile. He was an NCB witness. He turns around and exposes the NCB immediately after the minister holds a press conference using those claims. Another witness of Mumbai police, after recording a statement, leaks the audio clip. And then again, those claims are now again used by the minister, again holds a press conference. So that is the pattern I'm saying, that, this is also playing out in a certain way, as if there is more than one agenda at play here. And I want to ask you, yes, I will go back to Aarti for a moment, just to understand this, that, you of course were holding that argument that Nawab Malik has a personal grouse, he has an axe to grind, there is some issue with his son-in-law coming under the NCB net, and therefore he is targeting Samir Wankhede. But then now that argument cannot sustain, ma'am, because you have the NCB now holding an inquiry against Wankhede. He was forced to step aside. So after this, can you still say it's Nawab Malik's personal agenda?
It appears so that it is his personal agenda because he seems to be the only sole fighter in this entire, drug bust case. In fact, like you rightly pointed out, there is nobody else from the Maha Vikas Aghadi who's really even making any statement because probably nobody has any evidence. And Mr. Malik seems to have taken it upon himself to really champion this cause. Maybe rightly or wrongly, but it very much smacks about a personal vendetta, primarily because his son-in-law was taken in by the NCB. It was earlier Mr. Wankhede, and like we said, if there were allegations against Mr. Wankhede, rightly so, NCB has themselves now initiated an inquiry, and we are never going to, as a political party or as a government, try and come in the way of the functioning of an independent body, and that's what we have done right since the beginning. But look at it this 1 minute, just one more thing, that today also, after such a long time, his daughter has come out with a statement now pointing out about the anomalies of the functioning of the NCB. So look at it, daughter, father, everybody taking up upon themselves the whole cause of, allegations against NCB. Doesn't it smack of a personal vendetta? I mean, that's the question. It's not something for me to really explain.
Yes, that is one side of the argument, Aarti. The other side of the argument is our central agencies like NCB and their officers, certain officers, let's not paint everyone in the same brush, being used by politically powerful people to settle scores. Now, in this case, it certainly is an argument that the other side is making. I will bring in S. Balakrishnan to explain to us this, that, isn't this the saddest indictment of how our agencies are functioning? Here you have a Maharashtra Home Minister facing extortion and corruption charges. You have the NCB zonal director in these murky dealings, prima facie appears to have bypassed all rules in conducting those raids, Mr. Balakrishnan.
Ma'am, I beg to differ with you. The fact remains that Samir Wankhede is a man of tremendous integrity. He has been doing his job. His brief is to bust the drug mafia in Mumbai, and that's exactly what he is doing. Now, you made a statement some time back saying that Samir Wankhede has been taken out of the inquiry. Far from it. If you read the press release issued by the national headquarters of the NCB, it makes it very clear that Samir Wankhede is very much part of the SIT inquiry. In fact, it says in bold letter, they put it in caps, removed. Is that nobody has been removed from this cap. So Samir Wankhede is very much in the...
No, there is a team from Delhi now, sir, in Mumbai, who's actually leading the probe.
That is
Yes.
an SIT, which there is nothing legally stopping the NCB from constituting SIT. Especially in the context of so many loose allegations, they want to ensure the credibility of the inquiry and the investigation. Use Aryan Khan and other people. That is why they constitute SIT. But the important thing is that Samir Wankhede is very much in Mumbai. He's a zonal director, and he is very much part of the inquiry being conducted by the SIT. So to say that Samir Wankhede has been punished because some Bangarwala had made some allegation, it is all so much of gobbledygook. And as for Nawab Malik, today he held the 10th press conference against Samir Wankhede, now against Mohit Kamboj and all those things and all that, without producing a shred of evidence. Whatever was said by Prabhakar Sale earlier, the bottom of Prabhakar Sale's case, everything falls flat because he has given the number of one Bafna of Palgar, his phone number and somebody else's photograph, and presented to the world as if it is the face of Sam D'Souza. And today Sam D'Souza has gone to Delhi, he has given a detailed statement to the NCB, completely clearing on. But ma'am, one more thing I'd like to point out.
You are vouchsafing for Mr. Wankhede. I'm not sure how many people will agree with you, because from the word go, there were issues about Manish Bhanusali, about Kiran Gosavi. We have seen those visuals. Yes, I agree that much of what Mr. Nawab Malik is saying is unsubstantiated at this stage. But those visuals of Mr. Manish Bhanusali, who's a BJP worker, the visuals of Kiran Gosavi ushering in Aryan Khan, all of that is not under the due process, sir. So to say that NCB is above board, I'm reluctant to accept it. Very quickly, sir, I need to wind up.
No, it's not that, ma'am. I just want to make it one thing clear. So many allegations about 25 crore, then settled down to 18 crore, then 50 lakhs and all those things being said. In the corruption case, there must be two aspects are there. One is demand, and second is the actual transfer of money. In this case, nothing has happened. In fact, the 50 lakhs which was given to Kiran Gosavi by Pooja, I am not giving a character certificate. I got better things to do in life. The 50 lakhs which Pooja
these are issues pending inquiry. Let's leave it at that. But right now, the big question that has been raised, sir, is that whether there was a plot at play, whether this whole raid that was conducted was actually a ploy to trap Aryan Khan. That is one of the questions that is raised after the revelations made by one of the witnesses who we had on camera. We are going by our reportage. We are going by the facts that we have accessed in our independent capacity, and that's why we had this discussion. I allowed everyone to put their points of view. Thank you so much for joining us, Aarti Sathe, Sujata Paul and S. Balakrishnan. Let's remember, at one level, it's political mudslinging, and caught in the crossfire, of course, is the 23-year-old son of a superstar, Aryan Khan. But the larger issue, like here on Mirror Now we keep pointing out, is that our central agencies being used as a tool to execute so-called conspiracies by political parties. I leave you with that thought. Thanks for watching The Urban Debate.